Hello, my name's Andrew with Surefire. We're here at IWA 2015 Airsoft Military News. Going to go over some of our new weapon light products and handheld flashlights. So up first, we have a tan version of the X300. The X300 Ultra is obviously one of our most popular selling weapon lights, if I can get it off the rack. So it's just a tan version of it. Just to go over how these work, you push straight forward on the toggle for momentary, and then you can rock it up or down for constant on. So now it's a tan version, it's 500 lumens, and that's currently available in shipping. Next up, we have the X400s. So this is the red version. The X400 simply adds a laser module to the X300, so you have the option of a visible aiming laser. We make also a green laser version. Green laser is a little bit easier to pick up in the daytime, so it might be a better option depending on the application. Moving over here, we have the X400V. So this is a IR and white light illuminator. So you can pull and twist to select between the different modes. It also has an IR laser. That's a 0.7 milliwatt IR laser. So perfect for pistol distances and whatnot. It's a good aiming option. And lastly, so the X400V is already out and shipping. This is the XVL2. It's not yet released. Brand new product for us. It has two lasers. So a visible laser as well as an infrared laser, and they are slaved so that if you zero the visible laser, the IR laser will also be zeroed. And it's the same vampire head that has both a white light and an infrared LED. So white light illumination and infrared illumination. Very excited about this. Realistically, probably going to be out by the end of the year. So next up, we'll talk about the long gun lights. Over here is the AA Scout light. It's going to be pretty big for the international market. Obviously, there's a lot of shipping restrictions on lithium batteries, so the AA Scout light gives you another fueling option that might be a little bit more convenient. It's 200 lumens, obviously limited by the output of the AA's a little bit, so it's not as bright as our other weapon lights. Moving on, this is the new M300C, or the Miniscout. It's been upgraded to 300 lumens now. It's quite a lot of output for a one battery light. It's sitting on our RM45, which is an offset mount. Also a brand new product for us. Gives you the ability to mount the light in the void between the rails. So you can put it here, here, here. The idea behind that is just a more low profile lighting solution, less of a snag factor. It's nice to get everything tucked in nice and tight. This is the Fury Scout. It's a relatively new product. Fury was a very popular handheld light. Gives a nice beam pattern because of the big reflector. So we just made a weapon light version. A lot of end users are very happy with that. It's 600 lumens of output, so very bright, and a nice beautiful beam pattern. These are the Duke Defense rapid transition sights. There's three versions: the standard iron sight front sight post. There's also a fiber optic version, and there's a tritium version. So the idea behind this is you have a big optic up top. It's sometimes you can't switch to your iron sights because there's the objective lens. You can't flip up the rear iron. It's a fast transition. You can zero these at a close-in distance and use your optic for far. So it's a really good solution for that. This is a standard M600 Ultra. This is our most popular. It's the original Scout Light 500 lumen KE2 head. And this is shown with an SR07 pressure switch. So grabs onto the rail, gives you a momentary pad, as well as a constant on click. So that's our new products for weapon lights. We'll step over here and talk about the flashlights. So over here in the flashlight section, I'm going to go over a couple new products. This is the Titan. So very excited about this for the EDC or everyday carry market. It runs off of one AAA. We have a Surefire branded inner loop. You can use any AAA that you'd like. Has a 15 lumen low and a 125 lumen high. So a whole lot of output for a little flashlight. Very excited for this. It's a 10 millimeter faceted reflector. Gives you a beautiful wide beam pattern. This is going to retail for $60. Moving backwards, the E1DL. It's a smaller version of the E2DL. It's the Ultra head, so 500 lumens on the 2 battery version, 300 lumens on the 1 battery version. So very bright for a little. Also has a 5 lumen low output. So if you were doing something administrative and you don't need the full output close in, you don't have to blind yourself. Should mention that it has a dual direction pocket clip. It's really convenient. If you're on the range, you can flip this light up on top of your brim of your hat. So it's nice to have a field expedient, hands-free light. Over here is the P1R Peacekeeper. It's very popular with law enforcement. It uses an 18650 rechargeable battery. So 18650s are very common. A lot of people were requesting we made a light for that, and so this is a good solution for it. It's based off the Fury. 600 lumen high, has a 15 lumen low. We make two versions. You can also get a single stage that's just the 600 lumens. Moving on, let's see, over here we have the P2X IB, or the IntelliBeam light. So this is a brand new technology for us. It has a sensor in the bezel. That's what that tube is. It's constantly measuring how much light is reflecting towards the sensor. So it's always adjusting. You can see it gets brighter when there's less light, and it gets dimmer. There's over 1,000 settings between the 600 and the 5 lumen low. So very nice because you never have too much light. It's conserving your battery and it's protecting your night adaptive vision. It is a dual stage light, so if you want to override it for whatever reason, you release and press again to get the high again. Moving on, we have the UDR, the Dominator. This is our brightest LED light. Not the smallest, but the brightest. It's 2,400 lumens. So there's a selector ring. So the way the switching works, you see the constant on right here, momentary. Those are both for the selector ring. And then this far right button is always max blast no matter what. So it's a good option for search and rescue. Reaches out to some good distance. And then lastly, we'll talk about the 2211X. So this has actually been a very popular light, especially here in this market, the international market. Germany specifically has a lot of restrictions on weapon lights, and this is a very good alternative. Sometimes fitting a weapon light concealed is too big. It's not very convenient. So most people carry a handheld and then run the gun in one hand. A better option is to have two hands on the gun, and that's what this allows you to do. The beam pattern of this, you can see that the TIR lens is angled, so that when you present a pistol, it's pointed downrange. So it has a 300 lumen high output, and if you hold both switches, it'll go low, medium, and then high. It's a lithium ion rechargeable through that micro USB port in the back. So we make 3 versions. There's one with the Luminox watch, one without the watch that's a little bit smaller, and also a polymer version that takes a disposable 123 battery. So that's our Surefire new line of products for 2015 IWA. Thank you.